Welcome back to Living Local. When you think of Iowa American Water, the first thing that may come to mind is the drinking water and wastewater services they provide. But they're also dedicated to helping our community become a better place to live, work, and play. Iowa American Water is a member of the Greater Quad Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, two organizations that understand how to best meet the needs of the community. And joining us in this segment, sponsored by the Greater Quad Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, is Executive Director Janessa Calderon, and from Iowa American Water, Randy Moore. Thank you so much for being here today. This is awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Janessa, let's start with you. How was your spring event this past Friday?
Oh, it was great. We had a little under 300 people in attendance.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great turnout. Everyone had fun and is already asking about next year.
Love that.
We are so excited, and thank you again to all of our sponsors who made it such a successful event.
That's so great. And what events do you have coming up, and how can people connect with you?
Yes, so we encourage them to follow us on social media and hang out on our website to see what we have coming up for the next summer.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Randy, let's talk about Iowa American Water, man. Let's talk all about it.
I could talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So tell us a little bit about Iowa American Water for those that don't know.
So Iowa American Water is a subsidiary to American Water. And American Water is the largest investor-owned water and wastewater utility in the United States.
Wow.
We've had a presence in the United States for about 145 years, and we've been in Iowa for about that same amount of time.
Yeah, and so let's talk about your initiative to, for inclusion, diversity, and equity within Iowa American Water.
Yeah, very important. I'm glad you brought that up. I think inclusion, diversity, and equity is an essential component of any business. It's an essential component, obviously, of ours. And everything that we do is kind of centered around that. So we think it's really important that we're diving into all different aspects of the business that we can.
Yeah, and on a national level, how is Iowa American Water, progressing with its initiatives?
Progressing really well. American Water as a whole, probably about 5 or so years ago, began to put a major focus on diversity, investment, and inclusion. And that they've started establishing several different components of the organization to focus specifically on it. One being employee resource business groups that have come up that are focused around various different groups within the business, reaching out to organizations in the communities that we serve that are probably marginalized organizations that serve marginalized groups within the communities.
Yeah, so, it's obviously important to be so mindful and kind to each other, but why is it so important to be kind to everyone, including your employees? Yeah,
kindness is very, very important. If any business wants to be successful, consideration for the employees has to be had. Yeah. We at American Water believe in that. We focused our strategies around diversity, equity, and inclusion on what we call a 3-leg system for people, communities, and culture. And diving into those 3 various areas, we think specifically and on purpose helps build what we do.
Yeah, and that's you said wonderful things, and I'd listen to you speak all day long, I think. So why did you become a member of the Hispanic Chamber, and how have you liked it so far?
Loved it. I can't tell you, but Janessa could probably tell you how long we've been a member, but ever since day one, I felt like the Hispanic Chamber was a necessary component within the Quad Cities area, focusing on issues that perhaps might be overlooked. And I've always decided, myself personally as well as professionally, I want to support as many marginalized organizations as I could. And the Hispanic Chamber floated to the top of an organization that I want to get behind, both financially and physically, to support their growth.
Yeah, and how can people learn more about Iowa American Water?
So if you want to go and grab your trusty computer and dive into AmericanWater.com and then click on the Iowa drop down, you'll be able to find out everything about Iowa American.
Awesome. Randy, thanks so much for being here. That was some great insight. And Janessa, always a pleasure. And again, this segment was sponsored by the Greater Quad Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. You can find more information by visiting the website there on your screen. We'll have all those details posted at ourquadcities.com. More Living Local continues after the break. Stay with us.